What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the New York Rangers, landing Keith Yandle from the Arizona Coyotes, and probably the biggest deal of the trade deadline. Actually, is the biggest deal of the trade deadline week. Right now we got Anthony Duclair, John Moore, 2016 first round pick, and Arizona will retain 50% of Yandle's salary. I think it's a bold move. Going in with getting a guy like Yandle, but and to give up a guy like Duclair, that's I think really going to be a very good top 6 in the NHL, and a guy like John Moore, it's a good depth defenseman in addition to a first round pick. The Rangers will have gone, I believe, 4 straight years without a first round pick. 2013 they traded away as part of the Rick Nash deal. 2014 and 15 as part of the Marty St. Louis deal, and now the 2016 pick. Going to Arizona in the Yandle trade. I think the thing I'm looking at here is the Rangers have to go in now, whether you like it or not. And Rangers fans might kill me for saying this. Henrik isn't getting any younger. First of all, he's hurt right now, but second of all, he's not a kid anymore. He's getting up. I mean, I'm not saying he's getting up there in age. He's not dead yet, but you're not going to have him forever. And I think you're going to look at it and say, Yandle gives us the best chance to win now on a blue line with a guy like Ryan McDonough. Apparently they're holding on to Danny Girardi. Contract may not be great, but he can definitely give you a shot in the arm. Kevin Klein has come up aces time and time again. Dan Boyle's still trying to find his way, but I think by the time the playoffs roll around, he can definitely give you a dynamic that's going to help you out. And I mean, I think look at it, if you can keep your head above water without Henrik for a while, and then whenever he comes back in a couple of weeks, see what you can do from there. I mean, Hank's going to be 33 in actually Hank tomorrow. Will turn 33 March 2nd. So happy early birthday, Henrik. This is what we're getting. We're going to get you Keith Yandle. But I just think to go out there and make this move, the Rangers were one of the favorites in the East. Them, Tampa, Montreal, obviously. You'd be foolish to count out Pittsburgh and Washington, and obviously the Islanders. I mean, the East is wide open, but I think the Rangers, just put themselves in a really good position where you got one of the better offensive defensemen in the NHL that can really quarterback a power play. And, with that forward core, with guys like Marty St. Louis, an MVP candidate, and Rick Nash. I know St. Louis hasn't been playing great, but, you can do a lot worse than having him up front. And then, Broussard's come up, really having a good year. Stepan, you know what I think about Stepan. He's probably the most underrated player in the NHL. They're going to keep Zuccarello and, Chris Kreider. They got some depth up front, and I put Yandle on the point in that power play. And, it's going to be, that blue line is really, really good. So we'll see what happens. But again, I like this move for the Rangers. And then for Phoenix's, Arizona's sake, you got a guy like Duclair, him, Domi, and then either, hopefully McDavid or Eichel out in the desert, be a dream scenario for them. So, the Team Canada line right there, McDavid, Domi, and Duclair, be a pretty good line. A lot of offense out of those guys. So, we'll see what happens. And, Duclair has, a couple games of NHL experience, this year. They, 18 games in the show, so you've got a sample size playing against men, dominated internationally, really having a good year in the queue. So we'll see what happens. But bottom line, like it for the Rangers, and I think the Coyotes got a pretty good package in return. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the New York Rangers landing Keith Yandle. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.